there, I'm Audrey and I'm the girl behind Zoe Healthy and the Zoe program. If you're here, you've probably tried a million other diet programs. You've done the cleanses and pills, you've bought the prepackaged foods, and you've restricted portions. You've worked out and weighed in over and over again, but nothing you do seems to stick. Do you ever wonder why? It's not because you don't have willpower, really. It's because there are so many other factors at play that no one ever talks about, but I do. From emotional stuff to the physical stuff like hormones, thyroid, gut imbalance, to stress and high cortisol, we will discuss it all. We'll even talk about poop, I promise. I created Zoe Healthy and the Zoe program because I know what it's like to try everything to lose weight and wanted to offer something that would actually work. The 3 summers I spent at diet camp as a child changed my life forever. With the knowledge that I gained and the passion to help others, I created this program because I want to help you change your life the same way mine was changed once and for all. My online group program requires that you commit 8 weeks of your time and attention to you. I know it's a big step to decide to prioritize yourself with everything else that's going on in your life, but you deserve it. It's time, like, come on, would you put yourself at the top of the list already? So what do you get when you join my program? Well, each week we'll meet as a group on a live Zoom call. We'll talk about your progress, your struggles, and I'll coach you, sharing my knowledge, ideas, tips, and I'll answer all your questions. Your Zoe program team will include experts in their fields who will educate and inspire you during guest appearances in some of the weekly meetings. You'll learn to spot your food triggers, you're gonna listen to your body finally, you're gonna pay attention to your mind, you're gonna sleep more soundly, and most importantly, prepare healthy, delicious food that will nourish your body, mind, and soul. You'll hopefully get back into the kitchen a little bit, but if you hate to cook, we will figure that out too. Don't you worry.
Before I was working with Audrey, I was like drinking red wine, eating calamari and rice balls with like reckless abandon, did not know what was going on. You know, my father has struggled with weight. My mother is like not the best example with food either. Everything is focused on food. Everything is like, oh, this person's coming over, order a pizza. This person's coming over, okay, let's make a 3-course meal. And it's like the whole thing, and you just don't pay attention.
So when I met Audrey, it was after I had my children, and I tried every different type of program in the world, and I felt lost. I had tried counting calories, I tried having no carbs, I tried cleanses, I tried everything. And, working with Audrey was like coming home. It was not just about, finding a way to lose weight. It was about the entire journey. It was about, wellness and the overall health. And, I found out I had food allergies, like things I didn't know. I slept better. I learned how to eat better. And she was just very, very inspiring to work with.
I definitely feel inspired. She is great at answering questions, kind of putting me at ease if I have any concerns. And often things that we've talked about, and, often we'll talk about something and it kind of resonates later on, maybe the next day, later on that day or the next day, and I'll say, oh, this is okay, and I'll kind of realize what she was saying or kind of think about it further. And so that's what's so great about it, because it's like, you're really talking to someone who's a friend and is really encouraging you. So
as I get to know you, you'll get personalized, actionable steps from me that will help you manage your immediate needs while creating healthy, lifelong routines. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to upgrade your Zoe program to a VIP experience if you want, where you'll get 4 one-on-one private sessions with me throughout the 8 weeks.
My first experience with Audrey, we met at a Whole Foods. And it literally was like something out of a movie where we're in the produce department and she was like, oh, we can get these Applegate Farm chicken strips. And I'm like, oh, I never thought of getting those. I thought that they were going to be processed. But she's like, they're really not processed. And by the way, you eat Five Guys like all the time.
So listen, I want you to know that this stuff isn't easy, and I am not a robot and I am not perfect by any means. I still have my issues around food. They come and they go, but I really have figured out a way to manage and to navigate. The voices in my head have definitely quieted and the cravings have softened without a doubt, but everything, it's like still there, right? Like if you have these issues around food, like they're never going away. But I will help you to figure out how to manage them, to control them, and to stay grounded in this process.
She just gets the science side of things, and she explains it in a way that anyone can understand it. There have been several times she's blown my mind just about sugar alone. I'm like, what? I just thought that was a thing we should avoid because of our teeth. Like, she has so much knowledge and so many facts around sugar and what that does to us, and then we can talk about gluten and other things that she just understands. That is invaluable, but when you add on with her lifetime experience of being overweight and losing weight and not understanding the cycle and those emotional frustrations that come with it that can be so painful, the very emotional journey that the diet industry can prey on, Audrey does the exact opposite. She talks about what that feels like, and she lets you know that she understands that, and at the same time she backs it all up with science. So it's just this incredible twofer in one amazing health coach.
I was always concerned with calories. Calories, but I was putting junk in my body that was low in calories. And the nice thing is she's taught me about the food, what's going in my body, gut health. I'm looking at labels, something I've never done before. You know, a lot of gluten I'm eating. I'm not sensitive to it, but now that she's got me off of it a little bit, I feel better.
You'll receive one new lesson every Sunday in your inbox. In our weekly meetings, we'll do a deeper dive into each lesson and make sure that all your questions are answered. I've carefully crafted these modules to help you build the consistency and habits that you'll need to maintain and continue your progress long after the 8 weeks together have ended. But I hope we're never going to really end, okay?
I think what Audrey did in her sessions that was so important to me is she normalized things. You know, the diet industry is so messed up. They win when we lose, but not lose weight, but lose. Like, right, when we lose our confidence and we lose our self-esteem. And every session with Audrey actually had me leave feeling more confident, more normal, and had me feel like what was possible for me was really, truly accessible, because she made it seem so normal and so real and so achievable.
Some of the topics that we'll cover include calories and macronutrient balance, gut health, cravings, weekly food preparation, and how to navigate dining out and traveling.
We were going away for the weekend and going to be driving over the time that we would have dinner. And Audrey suggested I bring a salad in the car with me rather than snacks and getting to the place hungry. So I did that. My husband said, "Are you really going to do that?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And halfway through the trip, I started eating my salad, and it was great because I arrived to our destination. I wasn't hungry. I felt great, and I didn't overdo with snacks and other things when we arrived.
I actually canceled my meeting with Audrey right before I went on vacation, and it wasn't a good idea, and she told me, because I wasn't able to get the tools to assist me during my vacation. So I went off a little bit, but we had a phone call while I was on vacation, and she put me on the right path, and that was absolutely wonderful.
I want you to know that I struggle too, and I think that's what makes me different as a coach, because I was the chubby girl and I have battled with my weight like on and off for all these years. So when you come to me and you have had all these issues, I get you. I am just like you. I may look like, a more slender person today, like I have it all figured out, but honestly, like all those feelings, what it was like for me as a younger person, like it's still there. So I get you, and I still have my struggles here and there. That's why I'm able to really help you to navigate.
I'm gonna be 110% honest. I have not been the perfect student. So when I have a really rough weekend and then I get in a call with Audrey, I'm thinking, the first time it happened, I'm thinking, okay, this woman is gonna kill me. she's gonna make me feel like whatever. I mean, like, because that's what happened to me based on, like, other experiences, like, with other nutritionists. Not like she's ever done that. I just started working with her. But she was totally like, it's cool. You're human. Here's what you could do next time. Just keep it moving. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. So through that experience, it's not like somebody slapping you on the wrist and saying, no, don't eat that. It's like, you shouldn't eat this because XYZ reason, and there's so much education behind it. And it allows you to go into the psychology behind the triggers and why you do what you do and why you make these decisions when it comes to food that have not been so beneficial. So that in itself is incredibly valuable.
Again, I think the biggest difference with Audrey's program versus other things that are out there is her in-depth personal understanding of what it feels like to mess up, what it feels like to have to get up after you've made a mistake, and understanding that this journey is forever. It's not about the next 3 weeks and dieting super hard. It's not about, oh, in 6 weeks I'll finally enjoy my life again. It's about understanding the journey along the way. And Audrey has a really unique perspective on that, and she has a beautiful way to actually really help people get to those beautiful moments of enjoyment and confidence, even as it's hard or even as we're imperfect along the way.
One other thing is that she looks at me as a whole being. It's not about exercise, diet, and that's all that I was thinking of. She wants me to talk about and do meditation, do yoga, because I have a lot of stressors in my life, and that is one way, a calming way for me to just work with my daily life and the craziness that's in there. And it's all one big package where I was only focusing on diet and exercise, and that's not good.
Another feature of the Zoe program is that you'll connect with other people who also have chosen to make healthy living a habit. Our private Facebook group will be a place that you can go for advice, encouragement, support, and camaraderie. So when you're possibly struggling and find your hand in the cookie jar, you'll have a place to go for some amazing support. And when you have successes like slipping on the pair of jeans that have been so tight on you and they now fit, this group is going to cheer you on.
One thing that I also love about working with Audrey is all of the resources and the knowledge that she brings to the table. You know, whether it's like a supplement or a snack or something that she's found in the industry that's cutting edge, that's new, and that's really not only, you know, something she's recommending to you, something that she's actually tried that's worked well for her. So I thought that was invaluable.
So I am not perfect by any means. I feel what you're feeling. Like, it's so funny. I have so many clients that will say to me, how do you know what's going on in my head? I'm like, it's because it's in my head too. I promise we are going to figure this shit out. That's what I tell my clients. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. We're gonna get to the root cause, and I am there with you, holding your hand on this journey. I am your girl, I promise.
Working with Audrey has become such a valuable part of my life because I feel like you're talking to like a friend. It's not even like this is a person who's sitting in front of you with like a list and they're like, eat this, don't eat that, we'll talk in a week.
I would recommend Audrey to anyone that is looking to change their life, to the way they look at food. They're looking to lose weight and they're looking to do it in a positive, healthy manner.
I would recommend anyone to work with Audrey if they want to change their attitudes about food, examine why they eat the way that they eat, if you want to lose weight. I mean, she is just incredible. I love Audrey.
I think Audrey's specialty is understanding that who we are isn't our weight. Who we are isn't our last mistake. Who we are isn't just whether or not we stuck to the exact plan every single moment of every single day. Audrey sees the whole person and the whole picture, and she helps us understand that falling off isn't abnormal. Falling off is life, and it's about understanding how to navigate that. So one, we can mitigate it, the extent of a falling off in the future, like, right, so it's a smaller falling off, and that matters. That's actually a win if we can actually slow things down and do a better job. But she also provides all these really great tips along the way that several different times throughout the journey. And even now, I'll remember when I'm faced with, I don't know, a big fat chocolate cake or a whole big cherry pie. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to eat all of these things. And it's like, I'll hear Audrey in my head talking about how to enjoy this, how to enjoy life, and not feel like I just fell off and not go so far off that it's really hard to get back.
And she's such a great coach and role model. If you just look at her and look how fantastic she looks and her vacation she takes doing exercise programs and biking, I want to be more like her.
There's one more teammate that you'll connect with in the Zoe program, and that's you. It's time for you to reconnect, or maybe connect for the first time with yourself. You'll give yourself permission to commit to you and this program. You'll find the motivation and discipline to change how you think about food, wellness, exercise, and stress management. You'll remember how to treat yourself with respect and kindness. You might actually become your own best friend. I'll help you to change the dialogue in your head. You know, that constant chatter about food that makes you crazy. These changes will set you up for a lifetime of choosing health and wellness daily. When you register for the program, you get me, my knowledge, my expertise, and my proven track record of changing lives. You get access to a team of experts, you become a part of a community of people working toward a common goal, and you get you. The you are today and the you're going to become. Ready to change your life? Good. I'm thrilled to be a part of your team. See you in the program.